There is no day in my life when there is no music. Now we are in Catalyst Studio. I am studying here electronic music production and performance and spending much time in this studio and working currently on a Serge modular system. Serge philosophy about the electronic music and approach, it's like an additive synthesis, what I attract, because it means that you take one simple sound wave and make it more harmonic, and it's interesting for me because other kind of synthesis, like a subtractive synthesis, it cuts off the frequencies and you lose the sound. I want to explore sound fully, so Serge gives me opportunity to go more deeper level sound synthesis. When I start jamming, my brain is totally empty. I totally trust my instrument and I just give direction the sound and exploring the sound. I have not the melodies or something what I want to create. I am just fully inspired by my modular systems. What I love inside the Serge is the ability to create the very organic and deep sound. And what I use mostly is like a wave shaping and wave multiplier, which multiplies my harmonics. And I have more beautiful sound, more organic. And I use a lot of sequencer. I have the 2 8-step sequencer, which gives me opportunity to control sound behavior. It's quite different from other sequencers because it's non-linear. You can program it. It's like a programming matrix. You can program how you want. It moves forward, backward, jump, or skip the steps. So it gives you a really nice abstract sounds opportunity. Also, I can control pitch and filter. Also, wave multiplier series I can control from sequencer, and this gives me opportunity to control like a pitch, rhythm and timbre. It's really amazing because when I finish the patch in the end, during the jam, I use mostly the sequencers and for sure filters as well. And what else is very important for me on this modular rack is the dual universal slope generator, which I have the 4 modules like a similar, and they have a lot of functions. They are not limited with one functions, like they can be the simple type, R type envelope generator, also LFO oscillator, envelope follower, and filter as well. So it gives you a lot of opportunity to use these modules different way, and it takes the small part of the rack, but it's the multifunctional. So I really like to use these modules. Serge modular system has 3 different filters. One of them is the slope VCF, which have the slope function, and you can adjust with knob, and it can change from 6 till 80 decibel, and you have the more organic sound. One of them is the bandwidth filter, and it gives you a more clean sound. It's without resonance. And one filter is like a VCFQ, which have the trigger, and it's nice for drum sounds because you can put in the trigger the tempo, and after you have the nice clippy sound. I have several mixers here. I have one matrix mixer. I have the normal mixers as well. I take the several sound waves and mixing in simple mixture. And after I put this into the filter, after I take this sound in the VCA. From VCA I take two sounds, one dry sound and one sound I take into the delay and reverb. And after this, in the result, these two sounds, dry sound and affected sound, I mix into VCA matrix or another mixture. There is a lot of possibilities to choose, but in the end, if I have the four different sounds, I use the two mixtures, and after I recording with multi-track, like with two channels. When I play ambient music, I use reverb and delay a lot. It's a really amazing delay. It's also feedback, what gives you a really interesting results when you use, but you must be really careful with this. And I have also spring reverb, which is amazing vintage reverb. I really enjoy to use when I play ambient, but when I play more techno sound, or sometimes I just make the kick with the surge, for sure I don't use with these drum sounds. I'm jamming like 5 times in the week, and Modulars is very unpredictable and every session is totally different. I love when I catch some beautiful moments, and this is what I recording after I listening again and again, and take these parts which I like from jamming, like 5-6 minutes parts, and after start building tracks on this sound. Now we are in university, and when jam is finished, like my time is finished in studio, and I take all my patches, and this patch will never repeat. Also, this is nice for me because every session for me it's new energies, and I want new patch. Also, to do patch, I think it's not such a hard. I think it's more hard to tweak after and find the proper sound, what you love, what you want to follow. We are all humans. I think it's not happened that always you are inspired, that you always want to work on music. But for me, it's very important to do my stuff every day, constantly. There is no day in my life when there is no music. If I'm not coming in studio, I'm reading about the modular scenes, or I'm watching some documentaries, and I'm always trying to do something for my art, because I think to do something constantly is the best way to study something and improve your skills.